What's up, everybody? This is editing this part out. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Darion, and this is another edition of the Modern Luxuries Podcast, where modern problems face luxurious living. I'm joined today by the beautiful, the wonderful Jennifer Harris, who is the owner and CEO of Kammer Avenue. Now, if you guys been following the podcast, you guys know that she was and still is the first sponsor that we actually had. First paid sponsor. If you use our promo code ML Podcast at checkout at her website, I'm gonna put the link in the description, and it's gonna be going down at the bottom right here. You will receive an additional, what is it, 15%?
15% off.
15%. I've been
That's
saying
right.
10 a lot. It was 15. My bad. Um, we're outside, as you may notice. You hear the hustling and bustling of Atlanta. You're gonna hear trains and stuff go by. We're on my balcony. Why? Because we're smoking our cigars provided by Kammer Avenue.
Well, first off, I would like to say before you start the show, thank you for having me. I've followed you, I've watched the show, and I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, of course, we got to talk about sticks at some point, but other than that, it's your world.
Well, I'm glad to have you on the show for real. Like you said, we're gonna talk about sticks. I want to bring up the very first thing that I really wanted to talk about. I feel like it's a problem society, but who knows? I feel like cigars. This is my vice. Everybody knows Darion Spoon. He smokes cigars. He drinks his whiskeys and his cognacs. Yes, but I feel like the reason why I don't smoke weed is I feel like cigars is just way more elegant. Like there's a level of
Of course.
sophistication with cigars
Of
that you
course.
don't get with weed.
They're in their own lanes, like you said, because to me, if you were to smoke weed, it's a totally different feeling. You know, I've partaked before, but it's a body feeling, it's a head feeling. And they come with different things. So it may make you sleepy, or it might help with your food, or insomnia. So it helps with different things. Whereas a cigar, like you said, it's prestige. Let's talk about it's had after dinner. It's had during meetings and conversations. Deals are made with cigars. You know what I mean? So it comes with a different level of, like you said, refinement.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm thinking about it. The more people that smoke weed, but the few people that do smoke cigars, and I could be wrong in this statistic or like even looking at it. I've just noticed that more people that smoke cigars be successful in business because they're more serious. Like the crowd that you get around, that go into cigar lounge, go into the cigar events, they're a little bit, like you said, more refined than somebody that's smoking weed. I feel like that's a problem, that we face, where there's not many cigar smokers because they see it as, oh, that's an old man's thing. But the old man that smokes cigars got some money.
He has some money, but there are a few people I could probably think about in the industry that smoke weed and also smoke cigars. So it's not to say that you can't do both, but I do think that they offer two different things, and they're usually enjoyed in different moments. Like I described cigars, at a party or after meals. Men discuss, or not even men, just people discussing things, or when you go to break a deal or sign a contract or agreement or anything like that. Or I know, like for me, I like to go to the lounge just to sit down and clear my mind. Sometimes I think about business things or work related stuff. It's like it
You,
relaxes me.
I wonder, do you think that one day we're gonna have like weed lounges?
I don't see
Boy, I
why
just
you
thought of like a
don't.
genius. That's a genius business
They
plan.
already have them in other countries.
But I'm thinking like being from Vegas, we got legalized marijuana. Like they have like a weed lounge, kind of like we got cigar lounges, but like an upscale like gentleman's weed lounge.
I mean, I'm sure they probably have. I mean, Amsterdam for sure, I know has.
Well, I hear people that go to Amsterdam say they got like trash weed there. Like I've smoked weed before, but I'm not a weed smoker. But I know a bunch of people that have like traveled and went to Amsterdam, and they all say the same thing, that it's just like, really outside the United States, a lot of people say the weed is trash. Besides Jamaica, and I forgot what else. I did smoke weed in the Bahamas once. I smoked weed in the Bahamas. It was weird because they don't even give you a weed like they. I'm American. Maybe that's another problem. We got like as Americans, we got so used to systems of like baggies and like you. Look, this man handed me the weed in a aluminum foil.
You know too much to not really partake in it. But
I've been around weed smokers.
mm-hmm.
I mean, my partners, all my friends, they smoked in college. I was always one. Periodically, I was just like, let me hit it, but I never really. To me, weed was cheap. I feel like the reason why I smoke cigars is the next level elegance, prestige behind it, And then with smoking your cigar, yeah, it may cost like $20 a stick for a good stick, but for weed, it's kind of like you got $20. It's like $10 a gram.
Yeah, when you get in the lower level of.
I mean, I know people that's on fire for $10 a gram, but it's like it looks cheap. It doesn't look refined. You know what I'm saying?
To each their own. I don't knock anyone. Say whatever make you happy. You're not out here destroying the world. Like weed, it makes you sleepy. It make you. It opens up your mind to be more productive. Sometimes you might make your most firework when you high. But they not out here killing and robbing people.
Yeah, I will say that in the list of hierarchy of marijuana, like drugs, marijuana is very low. Like I ain't never seen nobody overdose on weed.
No.
You gotta smoke mad weed to get over.
And you probably had like less crime rates too, cause it's like you too high to do that.
Well,
like,
no, I don't even think it's that. I feel like it's more of a situation where, like when it comes to weed. If you do like a bad, let's say a drug deal, there's a shooting happening. It's like the weed is so minor in the drug scale. Like if you a weed salesman, that's another thing I used to hate when I was like in college. All dudes that sold weed and just swore they was like El Chapo. Like, dude, bro, you made in profit margins wise, you made like $12. Humble yourself.
Anyway,
drugs is becoming a thing. Oregon legalized drugs.
I don't know about drugs.
They legalized it. Oregon illegalized. Well, not legalized it, but they like decriminalized.
I don't know about
the use of like heroin.
I can't see that.
You don't believe in it?
I can't see them. The law saying okay, it's now okay for you to be able to put all this trash in your body, and it be okay.
So you don't see the government agreeing with the idea of. I feel like that's a problem in itself. Like, why is it? I always found it weird that it's a crime for possession of like weed and heroin and all that stuff. Now I understand if you're dealing.
That's why if the government can't get money on it, then they don't want to support it. In addition to, I mean, you're taking some household chemicals under your kitchen sink to make some. Like,
see, that's that meth.
Why would you want to? Exactly what I'm just saying. You have all various forms of drugs, but why would you want to condone that? And what if it gets in the hands of a child? And these are things that should be regulated. But the primary reason is they're not getting money because a drug dealer ain't sitting in no W-2s.
That's another thing. I forgot who I was talking to, but I was like, "You doing taxes?" She's like, "Bro, I sell weed. I don't do taxes." Then I started really thinking about it. It's like we really the suckers out here. We are paying taxes to be legit. Where there's guys selling weed. I really feel like that's another reason why a lot of states are starting to legalize marijuana is they're realizing that if we legalize this, we can tax it. I know, like the great state of Nevada, we legalized marijuana, and a lot of that money went to education.
That's a good thing. Education is good. That's a good place to put it. Definitely don't need any more police refinement.
Now I will say that when it comes to like meth. That to me should be criminal because meth is made out of everything in your cabinet that says don't put it in your body.
It's funny. I used to work at a pharmacy and they actually taught us how to make meth just so that when a person comes up to buy certain things, we could like
red flag it.
Yeah. So technically, I know how to make meth. Would I ever consider hell no.
But and then it's funny because meth is made out of a lot of stuff. There's
a lot
regular,
of chemicals
just regular bleach, rat poison, stuff that you just would people would normally buy.
Cold medicine.
Yeah, stuff you would normally buy, but
Yeah. But my thing is like, who was the dude that was like, damn, I want to get high as fuck, but I just
who mixed this up?
yeah. Like,
Who was
shit, I got a
who
little
was
bit
the
of-
first dude to mix meth? That's a great question. Who, bro? I remember I asked you. I don't remember. It might have been earlier today. Who was the first dude to smoke weed?
You know, it had to be a Native American. Well, I mean, if we go even further back from there.
But I mean, because I'm saying, because in order for him to know that weed would get you high, that means he had to smoke a bunch of other plants.
It might have been by mistake too. Like, they may have tried to eat it thinking it may have been some type of, you know, lettuce or something. They might have cooked it. They got high.
That's
from
another thing.
there.
Who was the person that realized you can make edibles?
I'm telling you, it's probably like they pull some herbs and then you don't know. You know, back in the day, you just pull some stuff, cook with it, see how it turned out. Then if you didn't die and shit, you just kept going with it. So somebody probably tried to stew it first, and then maybe they were okay. Well, or maybe they tried to eat it first, like just raw.
Yeah, they probably.
And then they was like,
like
all right,
not chew
let's
because I know
boil
with
it.
like mint, like what was it like mint,
Mm.
and there's something else that uses like might be sugar or something.
Mint
Like,
you
people
can
like
chew.
you just chew, like just put in your mouth, just chew it a little
Yeah,
bit.
mint leaves, fresh mint leaves.
I tried that once. I didn't see the appeal. It didn't taste.
I mean, it's not like
It's not minty. It's just kind of. It
Yeah,
feels
but it
like
helps.
leaf.
But
Yeah, I
it
said
does
it tastes
help.
like leaf.
it helps.
Don't try it, y'all.
Huh?
I'm telling don't try it, y'all.
Try it, especially if you smoke cigars. I might have to try that as a natural. Because
Mm.
that's the one drawback that I don't like. You can tell, like, right now I'm a little scratchy because I was smoking yesterday. So it's like, I get raspy. I try
Let's
to
talk
do a
about
lot
it.
of teas, though.
So let's talk about it. So a lot of people don't understand when we smoke cigars, there's an etiquette to it. Like there's etiquette in smoking weed, of course. You know the whole puff puff pass rule. Everybody knows that.
Mhm.
You know the whole whoever rolled it hits it first. Whoever
Gotta get
put
started.
in on it. There's
Yeah, you want
those.
to smoke, you got to put in on
Yeah,
it.
there's the etiquette rules in that.
Don't put your lips on it.
Yeah, there's etiquette rules in that. But what do you like? There's some etiquette in smoking cigars. I feel like a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Bring the mic a little bit close to your mouth. Just raise it up.
Okay, so I think like the main one I see are newbies that would dump the ash. Every little bit of ash, they dump it, or they'll try to put it out like a cigarette.
Oh,
And
they
it's
just like force it out.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, you damaging the cigar. If you're done with it, just let it sit and it'll naturally go out. And you don't always have to dump your ash because if you let it elongate, one, it tells you if it was constructed and rolled well by the way that it forms and it stays, the color of it. But two, sometimes you find the longer your ash gets, it draws more flavors. It helps with the burn because it's now, it's like the smoke is isolated now within the ash. So it helps you keep the burn. And then two, it's a bragging right because it's like, look, my ash is this long and a little nub. I'm still acquiring to get there. But it's like mine will get up so long and then it typically falls in
Yeah,
my
but
lap.
equal to that, like fellas, don't be smoke. Ladies too, don't let it smoke and have this ridiculously long
That's
Popeyes long.
bragging. Some people
I
love
don't
that.
know.
It's
I
to
hate
brag
that.
the show. Again, it's the construction of the cigar. I think if I was able to smoke something and it was the ash held perfectly from every pull, and you move a lot I do. I talk with my hands. So like if it could stay, that would be like that was a really good stick.
I also feel like a lot of people don't know that, like how to smoke cigars. Like I feel like a lot of people don't understand that when you smoke a cigar, you're not smoking it like weed. It's two different etiquettes. In the sense of like with weed, you inhale.
Yes.
With cigars, you don't really inhale. I always tell people, you suck in like a straw, let it fill your mouth,
Yes.
and then blow out. That's exactly what you're doing.
Good. Yeah, I would definitely describe it like that. And then too for the ladies, or not even for ladies, I see that for novice. So if it's their first time, they'll pull on the stick and then they'll blow out immediately. And I'm like, no, hold the smoke a little bit.
Yeah, get the flavor in there.
Build it up, and then too, the longer you hold it in there, the more of that buzz high or head high you'll get with the stick.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have a camera operator, and I do not know we might have been talking for a good 30 minutes, and I don't know where we stopped out at.
And it was a good conversation.
So when
too.
we edit it, just know there was good conversation in between there. But we're just gonna pick up the conversation where we left off, and y'all just gonna have to deal with it until one of you guys volunteers to work for MLP Studios. What was the last thing we said? The last thing we was talking about was taste on cigar. Well, oh no, pairing cigars. Like, you pair your cigars with a nice whiskey, nice cognac. You know what I'm saying?
Or bourbon. I like bourbon. I also go against the rule where they say vodka is typically not a good one to pair with cigars because it's flavorless. So it's.
But you gotta do a meal with that. You gotta add it. You gotta add something to it. Though.
I really like the martinis. A really dirty, filthy martini. It's something about that oaky, woodsy flavor that pairs well with salt to me. I like it. So I'll do a filthy martini. I do like Kentucky Mules, or I like Basil Hayden neat. That seems to be what I
feel like too. A lot of people that smoke cigars have a lot more refinement when it comes to alcohol, because I realize that when you smoke weed, you smoking like Hennessy. I mean, you drinking Hennessy, Amsterdam. It's when I started to smoke cigars when I started to really look at, like, you know, the Macallan's 18. Like Macallan's 12 is one thing, but Macallan 18, you know, or the Douce versus Hennessy, or King Louis. I had some Louis for the first time. It was pretty nice.
Oh, look at you! Never had it. Remy is not too bad.
I never liked Remy.
No.
I never liked Remy to me because it's, what is it? It's like a cognac, but it's more like a champagne too, isn't it?
Yeah, because of the grapes that they use. Right?
Yeah, I never cared for Remy. I liked Martell. I like Martell.
Uncle Nearest, of course.
Uncle Nearest I like, but I don't.
But
for some reason, I don't like the strong Uncle Nearest. The 90, what is it?
That's
93
the black
proof.
Label?
Yeah.
Whichever
the 100 proof. I don't like the 100 proof.
What you drinking for if you're not trying to get there? Like,
I understand getting there, but I feel like the 93 proof of Uncle Nearest hits way better than the.
So it's smoother, basically.
Yeah, it's smoother.
It's not so aggressive to your throat, your face as you drink it. I see what you're saying.
I mean, but like, even alcohol is another thing that's weird, and I think is a problem with society. I feel like society doesn't understand that a good alcohol, like a good liquor, goes a long way. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, people, I always find it funny, people still out here drinking Hennessy. Hennessy to me is bottom of the barrel. Hennessy is not good.
You've had other things, you've tried other things, but people like what they like. So you can't say like it's the bottom of the barrel for you, but it's not for everybody else.
But let's be real. I mean, like, put it like this: if you drink Grey Goose, you ain't finna go back down to Amsterdam.
But if my pocket's low and I want to drink, I'm gonna go to Amsterdam. If somebody else is buying, well, no, because I've turned down drinks before. Like Don Julio, I can't stand. And we used to go to what's that arcade game place for the kids? I forget.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
But they have like
not GameWorks. It's Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's. So
yeah,
in Marietta, you know, they have Friday night or whatever it is, happy hour, and this guy would always buy drinks, and he would always buy Patron shots. I'm like, I don't want Patron. I don't drink Patron. If you're gonna buy me something, buy me what I drink. But he would still do it anyway, and it's disgusting. So I'll pass on that. But again, if I'm at home and I want to drink, and I don't have it, I might.
I mean, like, but even with that, like, I'm drinking this right here. This is Tellemardul. You hate it.
Yeah.
But I think it's decent. But the only reason I say it's decent because it's like $20.
Yeah. It's not
but
good.
But it's like, if I had choice of money, like with money, I'm getting the Jameson Black Barrel for Irish whiskey.
Jameson is good.
And I feel like when you smoke cigars and we run through life, you actually get exposed to better liquors.
But you could have added $4 more to that, and you could have got some Four Roses. It was like $24.
Yeah, but that's not
23.
Irish. I like Irish. I like Irish liquors because it's smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad. That is a bourbon. I said I was a bourbon girl, so Only talk about what I like.
You like dark liquor. Well,
I
no,
do.
because you can't say that because you earlier. I don't know if it's on the other clip. Again, guys, I didn't watch what we previously recorded versus now, so I don't know what was said. But you said you like martinis.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do go against the grain because vodka is tasteless, so they say it doesn't pair well with cigars. But I like a extra filthy martini because of the pairing of the cedar, the woodsy, sometimes leather taste with that salty martini is delicious to
And you
me.
taught me what the what was it? Filthy? I didn't understand that because I always heard people say dirty martini. I was like, what is that?
Well, I used to bartend. That's I think probably the primary reason I know. But when you make a martini, it's just the olives. But then as it gets, as you add the olive juice, that's what it's dirty. It's just a little olive juice. But then if I want filthy, it's extra olive juice.
Olives itself is nasty.
It's delicious.
I don't eat a lot of stuff
Especially
that people don't eat.
Some stuff olives with the stuffed cheese in it, or like those are good.
I never like.
Or a jalapeno inside.
I was weird though. I was always the dude. I was the dude that didn't eat or drink a lot of stuff. Like I think I had my first milkshake for real when I was like 14, 15
But why?
years old.
That's just because it was your preference, or because
I don't know. It's
you
weird.
were restricted as a child?
No, I wasn't restricted. I was open to everything. I don't eat seafood, and it's not because I'm allergic to anything. It just doesn't.
Lobster, baby.
It doesn't taste good. It tastes fishy.
Scallops.
Seafood tastes fishy.
Scallops. Yeah, I mean it's from the sea, but it's delicious. Like I can bake a nice lemon crusted salmon.
It smells amazing. I just can't.
Some gumbo. Lobster is my favorite. Then I was saying scallops. I love a nice steak and lobster.
Was it surf and turf?
Oh yeah, a good surf and turf. That's what I was thinking of.
I don't eat seafood. I just recently started drinking lemonade. I never really ate popsicles or ice creams.
What about sweet tea?
Don't drink that at all.
You like watermelon?
I like watermelon. I like watermelon. But I don't eat strawberries. Don't really care for strawberries. I was really weird. Like all the stuff everybody like when everybody was a kid, they go get popsicles and stuff. I was always a kid. I never liked popsicles.
I love ice cream.
I mean, I eat them, but
I said that in cheesecake.
See, I mess with cheesecake though. I like cheesecake. I was okay with brownies, but I'm just real basic. Even when it came to ice cream, it was like French vanilla. I didn't get everybody was getting like the exact, like the elaborate sorbets and everything growing up. Well, as an adult now, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, let me just get a regular chocolate milkshake. Let me get.
I like chocolate. Do a chocolate strawberry, side by side kind of joint.
Which is crazy because I don't eat strawberries, but I eat a strawberry not strawberry shortcake. I'll eat that too. But I don't like strawberries, but I eat a strawberry with like a strawberry cheesecake. I eat that.
But you don't like the fruit by itself.
Yeah, by itself, I don't like it. That's a lot of things. Like even from the West Coast, we got this like the Hispanic dude that come by. He do the mangoes with the tahini. I never.
You don't know what you're missing. I'm one of them kind of people where if I never tried it, I'm going to try it to at least say if I like it or if I don't like it. Now, there may be some things where I'll probably be like, yeah, I know I'm not going to like that, so I'm not going to eat it. Like cow
I know
tongue.
me, like chitlins. That's one thing. It's like I've never ate it, and I'm not going to eat it. It doesn't matter.
It was something that was cooked at growing up in my family. And you got to be careful on whose chitlins you eat, because sometimes they don't be clean. But the whole idea of knowing what chitlins is, and I'm cool. I'm not eating anything that had shit in it. I don't care how much you clean it. I don't want it. And then, like you said, sometimes the smell alone is bad.
Yeah, like I remember I was at somebody's house and I was like, it smelled like boo boo in here.
Oh, that's just some chitlins.
It's
but I done been
stinking
to some people's houses where they done made chitlins and you can't smell it. So I would probably be more inclined to eat theirs, but I'm not still.
Have you ever been over somebody's house where it's like it smelled like grease? Like it smelled like they made chicken?
Yeah.
That is the most annoying and ratchet thing to me. I hate that.
I mean, well, people do gotta cook, don't they?
But I hate it. I hate the smell.
People do still cook. I do say that. I mean, I'm with you. I don't like the idea of cooking fried fish or chicken, and then get in my clothes. But I mean, that's what candles and Febreze is for.
Mm.
I mean, there's ways around it.
What's going on with you? Yeah, I'm very social with all my neighbors and maintenance guys. For y'all guys, you guys that don't know. Speaking on moving forward in the conversation before we wrap up, because we about to get out of here.
Oh.
I don't know how long you've been recording. So, like I said, I'm mixing two footages.
Okay.
I'm using this camera. I had another
10
camera.
minutes,
It's a lot.
Okay.
Moving forward, as far as like conversation and peace and everything. Today that we're recording this, apparently Saturn and Jupiter is supposed to be aligned.
Yeah.
And this is like a once in a lifetime experience. And everybody's talking about black people getting superpowers.
His would be to be able to speak.
Yeah, my words are kicking my butt every single time I record. People always talk about how I'm a good speaker, but when I start speaking, the words run together.
Well, yeah, that's because you're recording, so it's like that people are going to be watching this.
Probably.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then Christmas is also coming up. By the time this comes out on Wednesday. First and foremost, well, not first and foremost, but Merry Christmas, everybody that made it to this point. Happy holidays. It just made me think, everybody's getting a gift giving. I know this year Christmas snuck up. A lot of people didn't get gifts from me. I'm gonna be real, but I started to wonder, like in relationships, do you return gifts once you break up?
No.
I feel like that, but so many ladies, like so many people that I've dated, I would give them something, and then as soon as we break up, like I'm returning this, I'm giving you this back, and I always feel like if I didn't, I wanted you to have it at the time I gave it to you. So now that we in this point, that doesn't mean I don't want you to have it no more. It doesn't matter how.
And that's how I look at it. Like, but some people may feel as though by keeping something, then that may be leverage for you to be coming back, say, hey, I want this. So sometimes people just, when they cut ties, they just cut ties. Part of that is giving back, like dogs, animals. That'd be like the biggest thing people fight over, animals.
Oh yeah. But I mean, animals is one thing, 'cause that's like a living, breathing thing. But I mean, like jewelry though. Like I've had people, I hate gifts. If anybody that knows me, my love language, I think it's 5 of them or 6. My last one is gifts. I don't like giving gifts for what you just said. I don't like people to hold that leverage over me, because I always feel like everybody has an ulterior motive. Like everybody's doing something to get something back, or to be like, oh, I did this for you. So I don't like gifts. But when I give something, it's a situation where I want you to have this.
Right.
And it is, relationship or not, I want you to have this. So I'm thinking like jewelry. Like there's been plenty of times where I've given, like, let's say a bracelet.
Okay.
I've given you a bracelet, and then we break up, and it's like, oh, I'm giving you your bracelet back. And it's
No,
like, well, no, because now I feel like in a way you've degraded my gift.
Yeah, because whatever I give as a gift, I don't want it back. Yeah, no.
Because I feel like you took away the emotion behind the gift, and you're looking now at the financial aspect of the gift.
But I mean, for somebody to give you a gift and they ask for it back, they being petty. They just want to, like I said, string on communication. They're not trying to let the relationship go, so they're trying to look for any opportunity that they could to, hey, let's talk about it, let's work it out. Because if I give you something, I don't want it back.
I feel like it go even deeper than that. I feel like if you ask for a gift back,
maybe an engagement ring, that would probably be the only thing I can consider giving back, and that's because it was the female that did wrong. Like if she got caught cheating, or I don't know, doing something, stealing or something like that, she should be required to give it back.
I feel like it's weird because by court of law, wedding rings and engagement rings, and this is what I found out in my study. Wedding ring and engagement rings, you cannot request back. Even if you go to court, you can't. It's a gift. But if you give somebody something on a random day, it's a gift in the sense of you can ask for it back. I feel like at that point, you're now devaluing the love and affection that you had at that moment. So, like, one reason why I don't ask for any of the gifts that I give to any exes or anything, I don't ask for it back because I gave it to you with this emotion. And it was a genuine emotion that I gave it to you. So the reason why I'm not asking for it back is because if I ask for it back, now I'm putting monetary value behind the emotion that I had. And there's no way you can do that.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I feel like if you give somebody something, give it to them in a spirit of giving and give it to them in a spirit of love and genuineness. You're not genuine if you start adding up how much it costs, or because now you're putting, like I said, you're putting a monetary value behind
But
it.
like I said earlier, it's about a person being petty. But then sometimes too, you may have a guy who realizes they've been, or a person, because you know, we're it may be a person and that feels like they were taken advantage of, or can realize that they were taken advantage of. That person, yeah, probably should run me back my money. So
Like an idiot. Y'all saw me throw this label inside my drink. I may still drink
look,
it, y'all.
Rash, see, not bad.
See that. See right there. That's when I probably ash it.
Yeah,
That's when I probably
yeah.
ash it. Yeah.
But like for me, my goal is to get a long ash, so I'm trying to see how long before it falls on this blanket.
But please don't let it fall on that blanket. That's one of my favorite blankets. You know, but what you just said, it's like when you get done wrong, I understand you want it back, but then in the same sense, it goes back to what I said. You did something out of genuineness. If you did it out of genuineness, you don't want it back.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, it's
you
weird
shouldn't
to
want
me.
it back.
Yeah,
You shouldn't want
I
it
feel
back.
like, and like you said, it is. I feel like a case of being petty. But equal to that, I feel like ladies and gentlemen, if a person comes to you in pettiness, asking for something back, they didn't mean to give it to you in the first place.
Exactly. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but you know, a person's feelings get hurt. When people get hurt, sometimes they don't think clearly, and they make irrational decisions.
I mean, I understand that pack. I understand. Words are kicking my butt, y'all.
Maybe
I don't know if I need. I don't know if I need a podcast. I'm gonna be real with you. But no.
Mistakes are okay.
But I make
okay.
constant mistakes. But I feel as though, like for example, if I was to buy, let's say if I was to buy you let's say I'm gonna put a number behind it, $500 bracelet. I'm giving it to you because I genuinely feel like it is not the money. It's I have so much of a compassion and care for you that I want you to have this.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm not saying that I'm giving you $500.
I got it.
And then with the pettiness, you know, we both agree on that.
Yeah.
And then we both agree that the pettiness behind it. But I feel like that's a problem in society, that everybody everybody puts a monetary value on things.
Yeah, of course. I mean, come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother topic. But yeah.
Yep. I think it's about time we wrap it up. I don't know how long we've been recording because, like I said, we're between two different cameras. But this has been another edition of Modern Luxuries Podcast, where modern problems face luxurious living. Make sure you guys leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure you tell everybody to watch till the end of this episode. Any episode that I put out. I'm tired of people doing analytics and seeing people watch like 15 minutes of it. That's not watching it, because a lot of the good stuff comes in.
Make sure you come follow me on Instagram, Facebook at Kammer Avenue, KAMMER AVENUE. Also at Mother of Smoke on Instagram.
Yeah, make sure you follow both of them. And again, if you use our promo code ML Podcast, you will receive an additional 15% off on every single purchase. And they ship not international. You ship nationally.
Yes.
Ship anywhere in the United States. So just because I'm here in Atlanta doesn't mean that somebody in North Carolina can't buy something. Actually, you know, I know you have a humidor filled with, you know, a lot of black people,
black brands,
yes. And just brands that's very exclusive. You know, I don't promote things unless one thing about it, y'all, and I'm gonna get out of here when I say this. I don't promote subparness. What do I mean by that? I actually had a brand deal, a paid brand deal, and the first check that came in that brand deal was amazing. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, nice, good for you.
It was a great brand.
Congratulations.
But I ended up, they wasn't getting that money back. But when they were trying to send me the second check, and they was like, you know, why haven't I'm not pushing subparness. It was a company. It was a great brand deal as far as me making money, but I'm not sending something out. I'm not pushing something that's below my brand. And the fact that I push this brand means that they have everything that you need. So
I appreciate that.
I'm not being biased in that statement. It's really a genuine they have a humidor
and great
that's
prices.
better than everybody else's at a price that's like they should be charging more.
We know, and we should, and we know this. So, come check us out. We would love to have you, novice, which i.e. beginners. I got you too. So check us out. Thanks again for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. But
Had
this
a
been
great time.
but this has been another edition of Modern Luxuries podcast. And my name is Darion. I'm here with Jennifer, and we out this joint.
Peace.